Terry Dillinger here at Keller Williams Preferred Realty in the Coach's Corner, again with Office Productivity Coach Colleen Kelly.
Hi, Terry.
Our open house specialist, our guru here, and we're continuing on with our open house Q&A. And so we want to know, Coach, what is one of the more important things that we can do at an open house to set ourselves apart from the other open houses that a lot of these people are going into over a weekend?
Well, that's a really important point, Terry, because people will go to multiple open houses, and what happens is at the end of the day, they don't remember one agent from the nest. They all just kind of run together. So it's extremely important to make yourself memorable to the people going through the house. Now, I worked with a business partner, so Lisa and I had our kind of rapport that we had with each other and with clients, and one of the most common things we got from people afterwards was, "Oh yeah, we remembered you." Sometimes that might have been a bad thing, but we remembered you when we went to the open house.
We didn't say how they remembered.
But they did remember us. So when we followed up on the next day and the next day and the next day, because we followed up a lot, they remembered us.
Mm-hmm.
It's much harder for an individual agent. So come up with those things that you can do to make yourself memorable. Maybe you want to hold it with a lender, so they can come through and maybe get pre-qualified or talk to a lender about some lending questions they have. One of the things that we talked about this at Scripps this morning, but one of the things you mentioned was when they come in order to kind of filter out who the people are who are already working with an agent,
Mm-hmm.
instead of just saying, "Oh, do you have an agent?" What was it that you said?
Who is your agent, so that I can thank them for sending you to the open house today? And I think that's a big thing, because a lot of times people just ask, do you have an agent?
Mm-hmm.
And that's easy to lie about. One of the things from Quisara's class on open houses that I thought was so great is they really work hard to identify who they have in the open house. So they look at it as, is this a current seller or a future seller?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a now buyer or a future buyer? And depending on which one of the four they can sort of categorize that person in front of them into, dictates where they're going to go script-wise in the conversation. I think that's a great mindset.
Right. That's probably something we should address next week, because remembering them is just as important as them remembering you. So hope this helped. Take a couple of tips away this week, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Reach out to us. We'll bring scripts and things of that nature that you can use to hold an effective open house. Talk about what an actual effective open house is, because I think you may be surprised on the meaning of actually having a successful open house, because it's not just getting a bunch of people through.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be back here with more tips next week. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have an awesome week. Go get some listings. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.